Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club. After school, season number 8. I don't know why I'm so loud today. I don't know. I think I had 2 Red Bulls today. I'm a little energized. It's one of those days. It's Monday, but I have a little energy in me. So let's work it out. And I got a couple of special people doing the podcast. Introduce yourself, please. We'll start off with the gentleman to my left.
Good afternoon. It's Vaughn.
Vaughn is talking to the clouds, or what are you talking to? I don't hear him on the microphone. Oh,
Good
now I hear him.
afternoon. It's Vaughn.
Okay.
My name's Shireen.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Miss Bree.
She had to add the mess in there.
Hi, my name is Lavina.
Lavina?
Davina.
Davina?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. You gave me some attitude. Hold up a second. I don't like the attitude. So we're gonna talk about just different experiences, I guess, in Kids Bay. I mean, we have staff members up there. We have, some members. We all had different experiences here. We could talk about our first days here. That'll be kind of cool too. The first day that we ever got, to work or whatever. Let's bring up that. All right. Who wants to go first? Go ahead. Give me an experience. Maybe your first day experience when you first got here.
When I first got here, I thought I was gonna have when I first got here, I was so scared that I was nervous to make new friends here. So
You were nervous to make new friends?
My mom cheered me up into coming here, so I love it here.
Aww. That goes for all the hard work that the staff puts into it. I don't need people clapping for real. I got my own claps. I got fake claps. All right. So, Miss Bree, what's your first day you came to work? How was your experience when you first got
Are you
here?
talking about my first day in general?
Yeah, first time you walked through this door. I
don't remember that. That was like 6 years ago.
Oh my God, your memory doesn't go back 6 years.
No.
Oh my
First
God.
day, I was at SY.
Okay, so the first day you walking, you're looking around. You're like, oh my God, oh my God,
Honestly,
oh my God.
I didn't picture myself working with kids. But then I was here as a SY
I
for 2
remember
years.
you.
The first year, I was with Miss Aisha. You guys want to remember? Well, know who that is. But
I
that
do.
was my group leader and Heido. They were actually really good group leaders.
Heido, right?
Yeah, Heido.
Yeah, you said Heido. I was like,
They
we didn't have
taught me
nobody to
everything. They
Oh, you missed him.
Yeah, I do actually.
Heido was real good. He was kind of quiet and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but he was a good
I wish
worker.
Aisha still worked here.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
both
she
good
was.
workers. They were good workers.
Yeah, they taught me everything. The
no,
next
no,
year
they didn't teach you everything because I taught you some stuff too.
they taught me most
I
of
taught
it.
you most of it. Okay.
Then the
give
next
myself a
summer
credit.
I got chosen for SYP again, and and I got on board after that as a group leader.
Ah, so that was your work experience. How about when you became a group leader? How was that?
It was scary at first because we did have like a lot more kids.
Yeah,
And
we had real kids here.
Yeah, we did.
We had numbers.
And at one point I was by myself because they took Andrew from me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So the real
That was
question
hard.
is, how am I as a supervisor when I was just a supervisor?
I
That's the real
remember
question.
that,
You don't
but-
remember that part? I remember that part. I gotta get my rating up so that Brittany can listen to this and I get my evaluation numbers.
It was
up.
hard at first, but after the
know.
first year I kind of got used to it.
Yeah, it's always an adventure dealing with kids, and it's always it's ups and downs, but most of it is a lot of ups. It's an experience that you don't have kids, so it's kind of like one of those things that every new person that walks in here is almost like having a new child.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so who didn't do? You didn't do your first day experience? Go ahead. I remember when you came in here too.
My first experience was weird
Oh yeah.
because Jonah kept hitting me.
Who?
My brother kept hitting me.
Oh, that's violence between the family. That has nothing to do with us. So he kept hitting you for what reason? He didn't want you to.
I don't know. And so wreck. He kept tapping me and he kept like smacking me.
Okay, that's not your experience here.
No,
So how did you feel? You was
I was
you was anxious. You was nervous.
nervous.
You was happy.
Nervous because I have so much mean teachers, but not Miss Bree or Mr. Vaughn.
How you have mean teachers? We
I
don't
have
have.
mean teachers every day in
But you
my
talking about in school? Oh, in school.
Yeah.
You know, the DOE is not the easiest place to work in. I worked there. They just cut my check in half for some reason, and I was really disappointed. I
I'm
didn't feel like
not
working today.
happy.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, you have to understand that teachers are there for the whole year. They trying to teach you something. We are still trying to teach you something, but we also understand that this is the after school, and we have to make we have to make it fun for you.
Adjustments.
And we adjust it so that it's not just a talking or it's just a fill out this application type of thing. The summer is when we really get to enjoy the most because we get to do a lot of other things that we don't get to do during the regular year.
The summer was the best.
Of course, the summer's the best. That's because Bree's the best.
I got my,
I was cleaning.
my partner. Don't forget about my
Oh.
partner over here.
Okay, okay. Yeah, but he don't like going in the water. So I don't think so.
I don't like going to RPG.
What's your experience? Everybody went through, so it's yours. When
My
you first start.
experience, I remember they put me with Andrew as my first day here. I thought it was gonna be easy because, like, when I was here, the staff was never. It didn't look like they were struggling. But man,
That's because the staff was so good.
yeah, I was.
The staff was
We didn't
incredible.
have to show our flaws.
I was-
No, this was even before you. So get away from it. This
no,
is
it wasn't.
this is when we had Miss
We
V.
were SOIs at the same
No,
time.
no, no. But he used to come here before.
Oh, that doesn't count. We're not talking about that.
Of
You said
course,
as a
because you already
staff.
had experience walking in the door.
Okay.
So it's different because he was like he saw Miss Francesca, he saw Miss V, he saw
I
all
saw
these
her.
other people.
Just I didn't
So
come in.
so we were so good that it looked like this is not even a job. They're getting
Yeah.
paid for this. But then you came.
What you
And
trying
then
to say?
what I'm trying to say is that your
What are you
your
trying to
era.
say?
I'm trying to say her era is a little different. Andrew and you were probably the last two that I could say were from the old era. Like Andrew learned from me, you learned from Heido and a couple other people that used to work. So you're kind of the last ones. Everybody else is learning from each other.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference. And hopefully you teaching them too, because you're a supervisor now.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I don't see no movement, so maybe you're not teaching that well.
Miss Bree is the best.
All right, I'm gonna shut your mic off. So you thought it was gonna be easy, but
Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't overwhelming, but like dealing with some kids, it was like, wow, I did not think kids were like this. Like I thought you guys would just relax based on my family or whatever.
you,
And,
you can't base anything on your family.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's not the same.
But then Andrew had left, and I think I took over Nicole's group for the first time, and man, did things just get worse. Like,
Yeah, it is overwhelming because it's even if you have 8 kids, it's like you have 8 different opinions, 8 different things they want to do. So that's a lot. When you get to the position that Bree's in, then you have kids, but you also have to worry about the staff. So then you have double worry. So when people be like, "Oh yeah, you get paid more," yeah, but I'm worrying about two different things. So it's double. So that's supervisor jobs are always a little extra, a little harder. Um, and that position has changed a lot too. Like we don't have the same amount of kids that we used to have. So I think when Bree first got here, we used to have probably
I had like
180
30 by
kids.
myself.
Like yeah, we had like 180 cadets, and then we had like 70. Yeah, and then we had like 75.
And we didn't have controlled
juniors.
groups. Like we didn't have schedules.
Nah.
They picked where they want.
It
So
was
there
it was
mad kids in the
random.
gym.
Yeah, you
Mad
had like
kids.
40 kids in the gym.
Yeah.
You have yeah, you had a whole bunch of
Had
people
20
in art.
kids in art.
Yeah, so it was different. So it was a whole different environment. So it was a lot. Coat check was crazy. We had 2 people for coat check, just for coat check, because
forgot his
it was a lot. Remember I forgot the guy's name.
Yeah, you talking about the skinny tall one, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
I
his name.
forgot his name too.
Jerome.
No, but remember, no, that we had the girl that worked downstairs. That was JC's girlfriend. She worked downstairs. We'll talk about that off the air.
Yeah,
Um,
because kids think the girlfriend
gonna
means
get
actual.
online.
Yeah.
No. So it was a different era, man. It was definitely different. So sometimes when I see people like, oh my God, these 7 kids, I'm like 7 kids, like
7.
like that's nothing. Like 12 kids, even at 12, I'm like that's not even a number that you could be worrying about.
No, but it does take some getting used to. Not like, cause I had those amount of kids like 4 years ago.
Mhm.
Now we have like 20, and me and Javon just look at each other like, yeah, we have to get used to this again
Yeah.
because after COVID and stuff like that, the numbers
Yeah.
dropped, and we're used to having like 7 kids apart with male and female. Now we're together and we have all these kids, and we're like, okay, now we have to figure out
Yeah,
what to do.
it's I mean, the numbers, hopefully, knock on wood, they're gonna keep getting bigger. I can't phantom this building the way it used to be, having 180 cadets
Yeah,
and
it's not the same.
75
Like, we
kids.
can't
I can't
fit
see it.
30 kids inside here. That's not
I
gonna
can't
work.
see it.
Or in
We have
Green
the
Bay.
space and we have the people, but I can't see it because the staff, it's not gonna be able to handle that. They'll fight over the room. Like it's like I can't see it happening.
Yeah.
But
It'd be overcrowded,
yeah.
and then everybody would just
I-
be
I- if we did it before, it's not overcrowded. It's the same building. The building hasn't got smaller.
Yeah.
But
It'll just be like this is the class. That's the
Yeah.
class. The other side is a class. This is the class. Every room will have a class. That's all it is.
Little.
And then the biggest one is the cadets because that's a lot in those 3 rooms. So that would be a lot. But we used to take them downstairs to social rec, and that was a class.
Yeah.
So it's just it could happen, but it's just gonna be you'll be overwhelmed if you have to see it. You'll be definitely overwhelmed.
Well, that's why I'm kind of glad it's not like that anymore. Like,
I
no,
remember
nobody's
when
gonna
I was a
want to go back
camper
to
and
that.
we got to go wherever we want. Like if I wanted to walk to social rec, I could
Yeah.
walk to social rec. There's no way I could
Yeah, we
imagine
can't
doing
even
that
leave
right now.
anybody walking around.
I mean, things
Yeah.
change, and that changed also because of people were just going to 2 classes, gym and social rec,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't do anything else.
Mm.
So hopefully that's something that won't happen when we do like teen night either. When we start doing teen night, everybody just don't go to the gym anymore. We do have a new director now, so it'll be more of
They just play basketball.
something that's a little more stable and we'll have more educational things for them to do. Okay, did I tell you my first day experience?
No.
It's like 10
Wow,
years
you extra
ago.
lot. 11 to be exact. My first day experience, I came in here for maintenance.
Be careful with the.
So I actually didn't come to be around any of you guys. It was just, come in the morning, and do maintenance. But that lasted a couple of weeks, and then I started doing the front door. I like the front door. You remember Miss V? You don't remember
What's
Miss V.
the
You
front
never
door?
see. The
It's
you
what
know
Kevin does when
what
he
Kevin does?
in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, but I did it great. So when you walked in, you greet the parents, you have the conversations, you do all that stuff. Obviously, you sign them in, but and then you make sure that you are the secure person to, move around the building and find where you guys were at and stuff like that. So I did that for I think a year. I did it for a whole year, and then I went upstairs. I started working with the kids, and then supervisor, bang 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 bang, boom, bing 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 bang bang, and now I do it all. So yeah, I've been here for a long time. But my first day experience working with the kids, it wasn't really that bad because I already had kids. I think I had my son and my daughter. My
2 daughters.
no, I had my son and I think my wife was pregnant with my daughter or something like that. So I had experience with kids. Not you guys, but I had experience with kids. And then it's I'm a good father figure, so it became easy for me to deal with you guys. It's something that's
It's a father figure.
a father figure. That's when your dad, you have a dad, and you kind of someone that you look up to that
Yeah, like
that
if
you could
looked
talk to.
up like me as your mom or me
I don't have crying. So I can't play with crying.
He cried.
All right. So, first day jitters. How do you feel? How do you feel now that you're more aged in here? This is not your first year. You could get off the mic like that. You don't have to get that close. This is your what, second year?
Who?
Me.
No, for you. This is not your second year.
This is not even a year for her. She came in the summer.
You came in the summer?
Yeah.
No, didn't you start before that?
No, she came in the summer.
Oh, the summer only?
It's not even a
Look at
year.
that.
Come
It
on.
seemed like a year already. All right, so I'm not talking to you now. Bree then. Bree, so how do you feel that, what, 6 years later?
Probably 5 or 6.
Okay, so how do you feel now with a little more experience? Like, if someone is gonna start in a career like this, if someone's gonna start in a career like this, any suggestions you have for them?
Like starting off like as a group leader?
Yeah, as a group leader, or I want to work for the boys club.
I feel like you have to be passionate about working with kids.
Okay.
And be versatile, because I was telling Vaughn over here that I've been in a lot of positions. At least once I've done everything. So you have to be able to move around when you're needed.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
that's what I told. I think almost anybody when I be like, make yourself valuable.
yeah. And then with the kids, as you said, like there's gonna be a lot of kids that have different opinions. One kid is gonna want to do something else, or it's just their personality in general. You have to figure out how to maintain that all together because not every kid is gonna be the same.
As this is something I learned as being a supervisor in other jobs, is that, um, maybe in our job when we had to, tell a student or a member, don't do this, don't do that, behave or suspend the student or whatever it is, that was important as a lesson, but it's also important when they come back to let them know, hey, I missed you. Did you learn from this experience so that it doesn't continue happening? I think that that conversation is very important. I used to do it all the time when I suspend somebody. When they came back, I was like, "Yo, I missed you. I haven't seen you for 3 days. What's going on, bro? Like everything good? Everything good at home?"
After you
And
suspend them, that's
yeah,
nice.
still you suspend them because they did something. But when they come back, you want to kind of like give them a clean slate
Yeah.
and make them be like, "Hey, I missed you. That's over. Let's just take it from here." So I think that sometimes is a good conversation to have, especially with the members. Well, when they come back, they're gonna be like, "Oh, they don't want me there. I got suspended. She hates me." That's how people, young
Hate
kids.
is
Young kids always say, "My teacher hates me." No, she don't hate you. She wants you to learn, and you want to play around, and she don't have no time for that. Because she has 27 other students. So if you don't want to learn, she's gonna teach you. She's gonna keep teaching you, and if you don't want to learn, she's gonna show you the hard way. She's gonna give you a lot of homework.
hate
That's the
is
way
a
it's gonna go
strong
down.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's a good point too. Like balance, some kids, um, what we were learning about like in a meeting like recently, some kids respond to different things. Some kids respond to like maybe you like being a little bit stern with them, and then other kids that do behave respond to you just saying, "Okay, stop." Having the balance between them because not every kid in the kids is gonna be perfect. That's definitely not happening.
oh, well, then
You'll
we don't
probably
we don't have perfect people.
right, exactly. You have maybe one, two, maybe three kids the most in each group that listen, and you don't have to talk to them as much. But then you have other kids that you kind of have to have.
Yeah, you have to repeat it. They're not used to sometimes the attention. They're not used to sometimes someone telling me over and over and over and over and over again. And it's something that's just the way they learn. There may be verbal people and they just need to listen to it over and over again. And some people could take the hint one time and be like, "Oh, okay, Mr. Ish wants it this way."
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna do that's gonna happen when you have kids. Both my girls, they don't listen to me in many ways. You have to I have to do something with Liana differently than I do with Isabella in order to get them to get me attention.
Which
So
one is the younger one?
they're both young to me. Which one is the younger one
Bella
that
is the
acts
younger one.
older, or which is the oldest one that acts young?
That acts older.
Bella acts older than Liana. Liana's the oldest, but she wants to be acting like a baby. Okay, we got a good solid podcast. Thank you, Bree. I know you don't do this. All right, I like it. Everybody say their goodbyes because we gotta get out of here.
Goodbye.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
Check.